Welcome to MSU Inside Out. I am Josh Sandy, sitting alongside Jesse Rosbett, who is fresh off his senior recital. Jesse, how's it feel to be done with that senior project?
It feels so good. Just feels like a big weight lifted off my shoulder, and I can just enjoy my last moments of college now. It's going to be exciting. And we're going to have a good show today. A lot of things planned, talking about track and field. I know you have that coming up. An event being put on by the Tabby Museum coming up this weekend as well, along with other activities around campus. I know a big project by one of the classes we'll talk to as well. And MSU Life activities, we're going to go straight to them right now. Chris Borkin's actually talking to someone from MSU Life about activities going on around campus, so I'll send it over to Chris right now.
Hi guys, and thanks. I'm Chris Morkin here with Brianna Benson, the co-director of entertainment for MSU Life. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
So you got a bunch of things happening, including a comedian tonight, but we're going to skip her since, well, it's kind of late for people to know about it now. But we're going to get into next week, Hunger Games Dodgeball and the movie. First of all, what is Hunger Games Dodgeball?
Hunger Games Dodgeball is our own take on a normal game of dodgeball, but it's all Hunger Games themed. So we're going to have people in their separate districts. They're going to get attacked by different challenges along the way, and the last person that is left alive will be the winner.
So what kind of twists and all that are you putting into this to make it more Hunger Games Dodgeball?
Well, you know, nobody's going to get hurt, I promise you that, but I can't tell you anything about the challenges or else you'll know. So it's a secret.
So the movie's playing the following night. Where is this playing and what can people expect?
If people come to the Beaver Dam at 9 o'clock on Friday, they can expect Hunger Games Mockingjay, which is the third movie. It's awesome. I went to it in theaters. And they can expect some free popcorn.
All right. And final question. The comedian tonight is Chloe Hillard. How awesome is she?
She's awesome. She's super tall. She has a really big afro. She's hilarious. Plus, we're giving away nachos and some queso and chips. So, yeah, it'll be awesome.
All right. Thank you for that, Brianna. Again, Hunger Games Dodgeball, the movie on Friday, and Chloe Hillard tonight. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, Chris. A lot of fun activities happening around campus. Those should be good to look forward to.
Yeah, next we have some campus news ranging everything from theater productions to one of my specialties, spelling bees. So I'm going to toss it over to the lovely Megan Wolf and see what she has for us.
Thank you. We'll get straight into it. Powerful and heart-wrenching are not words you would normally think of when it comes to MSU theater productions. However, these are just a few words that describe the upcoming theater production, A Piece of My Heart. This show tells you the story of 6 women who were sent to Vietnam during the Vietnam War. It not only shows you what happens during the war, but also how it affected them after they came back home. The cast and crew of this production have been working hard on the show for about a month and are excited to see how the audiences will react to the show. Actress Brecca Wolf says she has enjoyed acting with her fellow actors and is excited to see the end product.
The show itself, just reading through it and being on stage with the people that are in the show is brilliant, because it's one thing to read a script, but another thing to see people become the characters. And it helps that we have such a great department to work with, where everyone is just so passionate and everyone works together really well when it comes down to it.
A Piece of My Heart opens February 24th and runs through February 28th. To reserve your tickets for the show, call the box office at 858-3172. Maddock. That was the final word in the 2015 Ward County Spelling Bee. The Spelling Bee took place on the Minot State campus yesterday with over 50 students in grades 5 through 8 participating in the bee. The winner, Madeline Rickert, has won the bee for the last 3 years in a row. Rickert will be traveling to Bismarck for the state bee on March 30th. She says this year her goal is to make it to nationals and win. Our country strives for new inventions every day, although elementary students probably aren't the people you would think are making them. Marketplace for Kids is an event that helps children to think creatively and invent new products. Cities across the country have started to take on this event, with thousands of products being produced every year. Minot State will be hosting Minot's Marketplace for Kids on Tuesday, February 24th. Elementary students will present their inventions, hoping to win prizes at the end of the day. For more information on Marketplace for Kids, go to marketplaceforkids.org. Well, Jesse, did you ever make any inventions for this?
I actually never participated in Marketplace for Kids, but definitely a good event to get kids started early.
Definitely.
It'll be a good event coming up next week, no doubt. Thanks, Megan. Speaking of great events, another great event coming up this weekend at the North Dakota State Fair Center. It's put on by the Tabe Museum, and joining me now from the Tabe Museum is Nancy Walter. She's executive director at the museum, correct?
Right.
Thanks again for joining us. And like I said, mentioned the event coming up this weekend called Soup It Up. It'll be at the North Dakota State Fair Center. You're in your 8th year, and just the first time you've improved and moved on, expanded this event, right?
Yes, we have expanded the event. And it's actually on the State Fair grounds in the grandstand in the pub area. So not in the center itself, but in the grandstand. So
just make
look
sure
for signs.
Yeah, make sure you show up to the right place. It starts at 10:30 a.m. in the morning, right?
Right. The event goes from 10:30 to 3:30 with our restaurants serving soup from 11 to 1:30. If you purchase your tickets early at the Tabe Museum of Art up until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you can pre-select your ceramic bowl that MSU ceramic students and Professor Linda Olson has made. So it's a thank you for purchasing your ticket, and you get something to take home as well as enjoy the soups that the restaurants are serving.
Like I said, this year, coming into its 8th year now, how did this event get started?
We created this event because we were looking for something that the community could enjoy and take part in. And also it was an opportunity for us to share our membership information and get people to join and share in the arts.
Well, that's good. I know it's good to get started and get more people involved like that. So with this, you have vendors coming in from around town, around the region, stuff like that, right?
The region. We have some coming from as far away as Crosby as well. So that's part of our expansion this year and spreading the word about the arts. So there's about 15 different artists coming from the area to sell their works and share with the community. Now, they're going to have their works on display from 10:30 to 3:30, and if you just want to come and look and see what they have and purchase from them, you can enter for free. There's no fee for that. The fee is if you want to enjoy lunch. So.
Lunch, which is mostly soup, but being called Soup It Up.
Right, yes. We have 7 different restaurants from the community, and most of them are new this year. So we're very excited about that part of it.
And you mentioned the event going from 10:30 to 3:30. These vendors coming in from around, how do you bring these vendors in?
Well, it's word of mouth, Facebook, email, and we also have a fairly extensive contact list that we send out too. So.
And have you, for all 8 years, I know you mentioned with your ticket you get a ceramic bowl made by MSU students. Is that something that's been happening all 8 years as well?
No, they've only been involved for about 6 years. Before that, we had other bowls that we had gotten. So.
Well, that's good. MSU being involved in the Soup It Up project put on by the Tabe Museum. Again, Nancy Walter here, the executive director of the Tabe Museum. Thanks again for joining us.
You're welcome. And if anybody wants more information, all of the information is on our website at tabemuseum.org.
Perfect. So good. If you need any more of that, go over there. Again, the event happening Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Well, now we're going to take a break here on MSU Inside Out. Coming up, of course, we have Probably Gaming. Elizabeth Ham will have that coming up as well. Reading for Rugrats, an event put on by a class here on campus. We'll be talking again about track and field and, of course, sports with Nolan. Don't go away.
Thank you to our underwriters.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
All-American Trophies, established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Digital Office Center, offices located in Minot and Bismarck, provides a complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and other services.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
MSU Athletics Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Midwest Oil Jobs, brings employers retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management. Over 45 years in managing properties and finding tenants the right home.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Blackhawks, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's story.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibits and art events.
Fiance Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi-Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devil's Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties. You can visit them online at minothomes.com.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZTR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fox.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix. Mix 99.9.
Jacobson Music, family-owned music business with 3 retail locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
Beaver Brew Cafe, a coffee shop run by MSU students in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Minot Automotive, offering a superb selection of new 2014-2015 and used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota models.
Uncle Mattio's, a place where everything is fresh, from pizza dough that's made in store each day to locally grown veggies that are delivered every morning.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KXMC, local news, weather, and sports.
Richford Construction, licensed and insured for all your concrete needs, residential and commercial.
High Keatings, providing immediate sleep and furniture solutions for individuals, families, and commercial properties. We're back here on MSU Inside Out, and Josh, we still have plenty to get to throughout the rest of the show.
Yeah, up next we have our own Hollywood guru, Emily. What's going on in Hollywood this week?
I'm going to fill you guys in. It was actually kind of a sad week, actually past couple of weeks in Hollywood right now, so I will just give you guys the lowdown on that. The Vanilla Ice project may just be put on hold for a while after the rapper and TV personality was charged with burglary and grand theft. Vanilla Ice, whose real name is Robert Van Winkle, allegedly stole a number of items from a home in the same neighborhood as his in Lantana, Florida. The Lantana Police Department said in a news release today that Van Winkle was pegged as their suspect during the course of an investigation into a burglary that occurred sometime between December and this month on North Atlantic Drive. A few examples of the items stolen are a pool heater, pieces of furniture, and some bicycles. As of this afternoon, Vanilla Ice was still in custody. It has been a very, very sad time in Hollywood for those close to Bobby Christina Brown. On January 31st, the 21-year-old daughter of Whitney Houston was found face down in her bathtub and has been in a medically induced coma since that day. Rachel Ross is the family's physician and said today that it really sounds like a complete recovery would be almost impossible at this point. Rumors have surfaced this week that the family planned to take her off life support, but all of these rumors have been put to rest by those involved. Her father, Bobby Brown, says that the family is asking for privacy in the matter, but ensures everyone that they have all the hope in the world that she will open her eyes soon. Things are getting a little catty on the catwalk this week at New York City's Fashion Week. For months now, a handful of runway models have been complaining about Kendall Jenner's exposure as a model, saying that she got her fame handed to her by being a member of the Kardashian clan. This week, other runway models at NYCFW have been throwing shade at Jenner via Instagram, commenting on her photos saying she has never looked better with the always subtle crying from laughter emoji. There have also been tweets aimed at the young star from other models saying things like the season of the entitled. But if Jenner has noticed these comments, it isn't showing. She says she's having fun and working hard to do the thing that she loves the most. A Majora's Mask remake, a possible new Netflix show, and the Video Game Hall of Fame. Elizabeth Ham has all the details on what's hot in the gaming world right now in this week's Probably Gaming.
Hi guys, I'm here with another video game news update, so let's get right to it. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3DS was released end of last week to the joys of many Zelda and Link fans. This remake of a classic Zelda game has many changes from the original 2000 Nintendo 64 release, including how Link can manipulate time and that he only has 72 hours to complete his quest. Nintendo expects that many Zelda fans will enjoy this remake. But not only has Nintendo and Legend of Zelda come out with a new game, it is rumored that Legend of Zelda show will run on Netflix. This video game adaptation, if confirmed, will be a live-action series based off Link and his adventures in Hyrule. We will have to see in the coming weeks if the news is true. And last but not least, the Strong Museum of Play, which houses exhibits like the National Toy Hall of Fame, has finally established the World Video Game Hall of Fame. The first of the inductions are set for June. So what kind of games will be memorialized in this exhibit? That's totally up to the gaming community. Nominations for the Hall of Fame are currently open to anyone. Just visit worldvideogamehalloffame.org to have a chance to nominate one of your favorite games. That's it for this week. For more video game news, check out probablygaming.com. Until next time, I'm Elizabeth Ham, and I'm Probably Gaming.
And Elizabeth will have more in next week's Probably Gaming. Now, Josh is going to take it away, and he's here with the MSU track coach, and they're going to give us some info on what's going on here in the new track season, right?
Yes, thank you, Emily. Wonderful week in Hollywood. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
Thanks, Josh.
All right, I'm here with Coach Stu Melby of the MSU Track and Field team. We're in the midst of indoor season, and next week we have conference track at Mankato. You've had a very busy week, so thank you for joining us today, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
And let's start right off the bat with the men's side of things. What are you really looking forward to next week at conference?
We're looking forward to several people making the finals. Prelims are on the first day, Thursday, and then all the finals are on the second day, Friday. So hopefully about 4 events or so, 5 events that we'd have people into the finals. 400, 200 mainly, hopefully the 60 hurdles and that. So we do that, we're going to be in line to score more points than last year, and we've got some field events on Friday and then our relay finishing up on Saturday. So hopefully we're in line to do real well.
Definitely, yes. Hoping for the best for sure. On the other side of things, you have the women's indoor track and field team. Who are some athletes that we should really be watching for at this meet?
Well, Sienna Daly, senior, she's been leading the way pretty much, and last year she was the indoor conference champion in the 400. Her, Delray Audit in the hurdles, and then there again we've got some throwers, and Mary Roy in the long jump is ranked pretty well, so hopefully we'll have some different points there with some events.
Yeah, sounds good, sounds good. Now this will be your 3rd indoor conference meet in the NSIC. I'm sure there are definite differences between the NAIA, where MSU used to reside, and the NSIC, where MSU currently is. Could you explain some of those differences and how you prepared your teams in the last couple of years to really compete at that next level?
Differences, there's well, one's financial a bit, and then two, the Northern Sun and Division II has a little bit higher level of competition quality than say at least the schools around us for NAI. So we've just tried to get in there these first few years, and each year learn a little more from the previous year. It's a matter of recruiting and hopefully athletes' motivation, seeing like, oh, this is what I did my first year. I got to work harder to do better my second year, and just keep working on that.
All right, well, thank you very much for being here today, Coach. I'm hoping for the best 1 week from today.
Yep.
And we'll hopefully come back with some titles and some good team points.
Yep, thank you, Josh, thanks.
Next up, we have the birthday boy. He's the big 2-1 today, and he's going to talk some sports with us. It's Sports with Nolan.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. But I guess we'll get back on topic, and we'll go with sports here. But as the regular season for men's and women's basketball is winding down, I was able to catch up with one of Minot State's finest, Chris Bogue. From playing with great teammates and family members to reaching a milestone marker, Chris Bogue has had a lot to smile about along the way. The 6'2" Australian joined the Beavers in 2010 alongside her twin sister Carly. The two would go on to dominate their early years in the DAC and now the NSIC. An injury hindered her 2013 season, so she was unable to graduate with her sister, but it did not stop her from joining Carly and teammate Katie Hardy at the 1,000 career point plateau as she reached the milestone earlier this season.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I mean, it took a little bit longer than I thought because I was out for 4 games and then I haven't been scoring as much, so it kind of took a little bit longer, but finally got over it and feels pretty good now that I've done it because Carly's done it and Katie's about to do it, so it feels good that all 3 of us have done it too, so it feels sweet.
Bogue expects to close out the season well as the Beavs hold their final home games this weekend and will finish up with 2 games in Minnesota. The Beavers will finish off the season on the road versus St. Cloud tomorrow night and then Duluth on Saturday. And with the spring semester in full swing, Beaver athletes are hard at work. And although Mr. Groundhog told us winter will be here for another 6 weeks, the Minot State baseball team is battling through the snow and cold as they prepare for the upcoming season. Team captain Keith Ailes says the club looks great and should perform well this year.
High expectations for us this year. We have a solid amount of returners coming in, especially our pitching staff. Then also a couple of new additions of some young guys coming in as freshmen are actually going to play a really big role with our team. So I have very high expectations for the squad this year and coming out with a little bit more fire.
The team is currently traveling to St. Utah for a few exhibition games. Conference play will begin in March. And the Beavs' first game will be Saturday afternoon against MSU Billings. You want to stick with baseball, though, it's a pretty exciting time. My favorite time of year is pitchers and catchers reported yesterday.
Absolutely, no doubt. Spring training, special time of year. Hopefully the weather can warm up pretty soon for us. Thanks again, Nolan.
Thanks, guys.
Now we're going to send it right over to Ashley Bush. She's standing by talking about the Reading for Rugrats, right? Talking about our Reading for Rugrats, a special event coming around on campus put on by a class. So send it over to Ashley with that.
All right, I'm here with Paola Montenegro, and she's going to talk a little bit about the Reading for Rugrats project, which is already underway. So, Pao, could you just give me the gist of what Reading for Rugrats is?
Well, this is our second annual. As students, we put together this event, and it's pretty much what we do is we set up a bunch of books for the young kids so we can end up reading them. Well, the parents, we set up a bunch of parents to read the books for the kids. So we record this, and then eventually we put it on a CD and we give it to the parents.
Okay, cool. So, and like exactly what type of kids and parents are involved in this?
Well, right now we want to focus on kids ages 3 to 10, and mostly like a military, because a lot of military parents go TDY or they get deployed for 6 months to a year. So we want to focus on those parents that are not present during maybe a year to 6 months, and that's pretty much our aim.
Okay, so you want to give the books to kids whose parents will be gone while they're deployed. I get it. Okay, that's cool. And how can I, as a community member, get involved with this project?
Well, what the community can do is you guys can donate books, and it's based on, reading levels where we can actually, the parents can read simple, not anything chapters. There's going to be various places outside. Going to be at the Arrowhead Marketplace, the Dakota Square Marketplace, Beaver Brew Cafe, and also the MSU Post Office. On base, we have the BX, we have the Child Development Center, the Youth Center, and the base library.
Okay, awesome. And then how long can I donate my books till?
We have till March 13th to donate these books, and they're in a bunch of bins, so just stick them in there.
All right, so there you have it. I'm here with Paola Montenegro, who is a student with the MSU Community Relations class. And if you're looking to help with the Reading for Rugrats project, then you can donate your books until March 13th. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Ashley. And Jesse and I were actually both a part of the Reading for Rugrats class 2 years back, I think, and it really is a rewarding project. So if you can help out with that, it's greatly, greatly appreciated. Here to help us out with the weather, we have the one and only Bridget LaFontaine. What's on deck for us, Bridget?
Well, you guys, we got some good stuff and some not so good stuff, so I'll just take it away.
You do that.
All right, so right now in the Magic City, it is 21 degrees, but ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get much, much colder. And It feels like 6 degrees, unfortunately. We have a wind at 16 miles per hour, so that is quite bitter. So make sure you protect your face and your children. And looking into tonight's Williston, a little bit warmer than the east over here, which is, about 4 in Grand Forks and 5 in Fargo, so it's really pretty chilly going on that east coast. Looking into Friday, we think it's going to get warmer, but it lies to us, you guys. It is going to be quite chilly, -2, and getting quite low, especially in Minot with a -2 and on the east. Looking into Saturday, though, it is just as cold, if not colder. Williston, it is 6, Dickinson 10, Minot -1. Unfortunately, that's my birthday, so it's going to be quite chilly. I'll have to bundle up. Looking on into Sunday, -3, and in Grand Forks, Minot coming in at 2. Unfortunately, it's pretty much cold, but we got some sun, and it's going to be partly cloudy, unfortunately. Looking into the weekend ahead, also quite chilly, guys. Monday warms up just a little bit, but then it teases us with Tuesday and Wednesday being even colder, so I'm just not liking this, fellas.
We're moving into March here pretty soon. Really like to hear cold weather's going to stick around, but what are you going to do in North Dakota?
What are we going to do?
Thanks, Bridget. So, Josh, we had a pretty good show on here today. You talked about track and field. Well, I don't really want to say unfortunately, but you won't be here with us next week because
I will be gone next week. Yes,
you'll be out of town for track and field. Josh is going to go win some races.
I'm hoping to win. We'll see. I'll do my best. I'll run my hardest, and I'll be back in 2 weeks to update you on that.
Other activities coming around on campus, what are you really looking forward to that you might participate in?
I'm just looking forward to the day it starts getting nice. We saw that weather. I just helped a friend push their gasless car into a parking spot, and it's just, those North Dakota issues that we're dealing with right now. I'm really looking forward to some nice weather to come up, and I think it's going to come soon. I'm really thinking so.
Well, hopefully. We talked about spring baseball as well, so the Minot State baseball team actually headed down to Utah today. So.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So
that's great news.
Baseball is here, spring's coming. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially once it really warms up. So that'll do it for this episode of MSU Inside Out. The song of the week we have here is Miss Jackson by Panic at the Disco. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week.
Jackson.